Hey everyone, welcome back to RideWire. Today we're diving deep into Honda's 2025 Rebel 500, also known as the COMAX 500 Rebel, a bike that has built a loyal following thanks to its stripped-down bobber looks, approachable nature, and reliable performance. This latest version builds on that reputation, bringing in a handful of thoughtful updates while holding true to what makes the Rebel so popular in the first place. If you're in the market for a middleweight cruiser that offers both character and accessibility, you'll want to pay attention to what this bike brings to the table. At its core, the Rebel 500 is powered by a 471cc liquid-cooled parallel twin engine, producing around 46 horsepower at 8,500 revolutions per minute and 43.3 Newton-meters of torque at about 6,000 revolutions per minute. On paper, those numbers don't scream performance, but in real-world use, they strike an excellent balance for new riders and seasoned ones alike. The engine delivers strong mid-range torque, making city riding and overtakes feel effortless. Power delivery is smooth and predictable, never overwhelming, which makes the Rebel such an inviting machine. For 2025, Honda has updated the EQ and engine mapping to keep the bike compliant with the latest emission standards, and this also fine-tunes throttle response. The exhaust system has been revised too, giving it a slightly cleaner but still satisfying tone. The 6-speed gearbox is paired with Honda's assist and slipper clutch. This is one of those features you really appreciate when downshifting aggressively, because it helps reduce rear-wheel hop and keeps things smooth. Lever action is also very light, which is a blessing in traffic. The Rebel tips the scales at around 191 kilograms wet, and combined with a low seat height of just 690 millimeters, it's one of the most confidence-inspiring bikes you can swing a leg over. Even shorter riders can flat-foot both sides at the stop, which takes away a lot of the intimidation factor. Ride quality has been improved for this year with reworked rear shock bump stops and better seat foam, aimed at soaking up rougher patches of road. The front suspension uses 41mm telescopic forks, while the rear twin shocks are simple but effective. They're not sport bike stiff, but they're more than capable of handling city streets and cruising highways. The Rebel isn't designed for knee-down cornering, but it's nimble enough to carve through twisties without drama and stable enough for longer rides. Fat tires, with the 130 section at the front and 150 at the rear on 16-inch rims, contribute to that planted feel and reinforce its custom cruiser aesthetic. Styling is a big part of the Rebel's appeal, and the 2025 model doubles down on its stripped-back bobber looks. Blacked-out components, minimalist fenders, and that low, long stance give it a cool custom vibe right from the factory. Honda has fitted LED lighting all around, from the headlamp to the indicators and taillight, which modernizes the look while improving nighttime visibility. The LCD display has been updated with a negative screen, making it much easier to read in bright sunlight, and the handlebar positioning has been tweaked slightly for a more natural reach. Honda also made the seat more comfortable for long rides, but it still retains the option of going solo or adding a pillion pad and pegs, depending on how you want to set up the bike. It's designed to be personalizable, and Honda offers a range of accessories for luggage, backrests, and cosmetic upgrades, so the Rebel can really reflect your own style. Performance is only one side of the story, though. The Rebel 500's usability is arguably its strongest suit. Its low weight and low center of gravity make it easy to handle in tight urban environments, and it's forgiving enough that even new riders can quickly build confidence. At the same time, it has enough mid-range grunt to satisfy those who already have miles under their belts. The slipper clutch, light controls, and relaxed ergonomics mean you could commute on it every day without feeling fatigued. Fuel economy is solid too, with Honda quoting around 27.9 kilometers per liter, giving you a respectable range from the 11.2-liter tank, even if it isn't massive by cruiser standards. In terms of value, the 2025 Rebel 500 is priced at £5,799 in the UK for the standard version, with a special edition that adds cosmetic extras coming in at around £6,099. Considering the features you get: modern lighting, slipper clutch, updated electronics, A2 license compliance, and Honda's reputation for reliability. It's a very competitive price in the mid-cruiser market. Competitors might offer larger displacement or more aggressive styling, but few manage the Rebel's blend of ease, character, and affordability. What really makes the Rebel 500 stand out is how approachable it is without feeling basic. This is a bike that new riders can jump on and feel comfortable within minutes, yet it still offers enough style and engagement to keep experienced riders entertained. The low stance and fat tires give it undeniable curb appeal, while the improvements for 2025 make it more comfortable, more refined, and more compliant with regulations without losing its soul. It doesn't pretend to be the fastest or most powerful, but instead focuses on being an honest, stylish, and usable motorcycle that fits seamlessly into daily life. Of course, no bike is perfect. If you're looking for blistering acceleration or long-distance touring ability, the Rebel's modest power output and smaller fuel tank might leave you wanting more. Suspension, while improved, is still more comfort-oriented than performance-driven. And if you plan on carrying a passenger regularly, you'll probably want to look into accessory upgrades for comfort and practicality. But for what it sets out to do, deliver an accessible, stylish, and reliable cruiser experience, the Rebel 500 nails it. So, to wrap things up, the 2025 Honda Rebel 500 is a middleweight cruiser that strikes a near-perfect balance between style, performance, and usability. It's approachable for beginners, rewarding for experienced riders, and it carries an unmistakable attitude that makes it more than just a starter bike. Honda has refined the formula just enough this year to keep it fresh, and at the price point, it's hard to argue with the value. If you want a machine that looks cool, rides easy, and has Honda dependability baked in, the Rebel 500 is well worth your attention. Thanks for tuning into RideWire. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment on what you'd like us to test next, and as always, ride safe out there.